Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is Red Heart Granny Square yarn. While I was on holiday in the US, I decided to grab some of this. They had lots of colours, but I just chose this kind of reds and black because, you know, it was quite catchy. Now this boasts that it's a perfect yarn for making granny squares, no colour switching, keep on stitching. So I'm going to give it a go and see. I kept thinking to myself, that is not possible. We all have different tensions, so how can it work up the same way for everybody? It really can't, can it? So I'm just going to get in, and I'm just going to get one of these out. While I'm doing this, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and hopefully you'll be informed when the new videos pop up. So it's a 4-way Aran, not the softest yarn, but I guess it will soften up when you wash it. So this is ruby red, and a 4-way, as I said, and they recommend a 5.5mm crochet hook. So I'm going to pause this video and get together my 4.5mm crochet hook, and we're going to have a little look and see if this does work up exactly how they say, or if I have to kind of manipulate it. So bear with me one moment while I just get all this cleared away and get ready to start. Okay, so here we are. We have the ball. Now, it's not going to be easy to get this off without breaking it, but it might be okay. It's quite sturdy after all. There we are. Although I think all the instructions are on the other side, so let's see. There we go. I'll cut it there where there's a nice break, and we'll have a look, because I think you do need the instructions. Oh, care best in this crochet t-shirt. Is there instructions on how to use it? Just no, I don't think so. That was an ad. Obviously this well, it's like a tank top to me, but there you go. Okay, can't see any instructions on what to do, but I'm just going to pause it for a second while I have a read of the back just to make sure. Okay, other than reading the whole thing, I have this to go by. So it's looking, I don't know what we're doing in the centre here, but we are chaining between our sets of granny stitches, and we're 2 at the end. Now that is not how I like making my granny squares, so that I'm not keen about, but 4 chain to start with. Okay, so that was a 4 chain into a round, and then 6 chain. This is not how I make my squares. Chain 3. They're chaining 3. Where's that diagram? In the corners. Are we chaining 3? They are. Wow. Okay, so we are chaining between our grannies. Is that 2? I can't see that again. Let's have a look. Wow. It's not obviously not the way I like to make mine. Where are we? Pull back. It's kind of a bit annoying. Chain 3 at the beginning of the row. Chain 6. I don't understand that at all. Oh, chain 6? What on earth is this about? Okay, so I've kind of read that, and what it amounts to is that there's a few bits on this yarn. Look at that. That isn't good. It was stuck to it. I don't know what that was. It was all sealed up, as you can see. So this is from the manufacturer. Look at that. It's actually not taken the dye. So that isn't good. Okay, that isn't good at all, and I have no idea what that is. It's an ugly spot, that's what that is. Can you see this? Look at that. Actually, I'm zoomed a little bit too much, aren't I? I forgot I was zoomed. Right, so yeah, here we are. Look at that. It's totally not taken the colour. It's a kind of a nasty, rough, beigey colour. That's horrible. I don't know what that is. I'm just going to use it. I can't put this. The only problem with this is I cannot put it on my wall genie. I'm going to have to put it into my basket. Okay, so I'm not going to be, and it also depends how much tail you leave as to how this is going to work out. So I'm really not sure about this. Really not sure that it's going to work out at all how it says. We're going to do 4 chain, and we're going to make our ring. I just don't see that it's possible. Now, I'm not going to do it the way they suggest because, well, let's do it then. Chain 3. I'm going to undo it. So we'll chain 3, and we're going to do 3 for a treble, which I really think is too much, but we're doing it. Let's get rid of that tail. There we go. We're doing it as they say, kind of. Now, they want, quite incredibly, where are we? So we've got, the notes are 3 chain at the beginning of a row, and it counts as a double crochet, which treble crochet in the UK. 6 chain at the beginning of the next row counts as a double crochet and 3 chains. So we've got 3 chains in our corner, and it does look like I'm going to get my light on the subject, a bit of a spotlight, because it's really hard to see. That does look like just 1 chain between, you know, and 3 in the corners and 1 between. That's what I'm going to go with, because that's what that looks like. Right, let's turn the spotlight off. Okay, so first round though. What's the first round? Would it just be 1? It's really hard to follow this. So we got join, and we got 6 chain. I'm not doing that. 3 chain, 2 double crochet in ring, join. Okay, so it's asking for three chains, because these are all going to be corners in here. So we've got 3. See, it's already changing colour, or is it just a blip? That's just a blip. I did hear people say they're not keen on this yarn. It's very thick, very thick. It's the thickest. I'm sorry, my neighbour's got someone knock at a door. This is the thickest Aran. It's more like a chunky to me. I've had chunkies in the UK, well, thinner than this. So we've got 2. Sorry, I did 1, 2, 3. I'm used to just doing 1. But I'm not going to do the corners as they say. There'll still be the same amount of stitches and the same amount of chains, so I shouldn't really need to. Okay, so it says 3. Maybe it's so thick you might need, I don't know. It's very strange, the way I'm having to use this. I can't use my wall genie, and I haven't got my little cat that used to keep the yarn away from me, so it just keeps coming back. But it's just a little trial to see what this works up like. I have a feeling, however, that I will undo this and do my own thing with it, 1, 2, 3. Now we slip stitch in here, which, you know, I'm really hating. There's so many chains, I'm really hating. We had to slip stitch our way to here and back and in. Okay, so now I'm going to do it kind of my way. I'm going to do one, I will do the 3. Oh, it's not right, but I will do it. 1, 2. It'll be the same amount of stitches, so it shouldn't make a difference. 1 in between. Well, that just looked like a little blip, that. 1, 2, oops, 3. It doesn't help that I've got a red hook, does it? Let's see, only 5.5 I could find. Okay, it's very holy. It's changing. The colour is changing, and we're not there. See, I didn't see how this could work. It can't really. It depends how much tail you leave. It depends how loose you crochet or tight. Everybody is different, so we are not changing colour at the correct place. Did I do a chain? No. So used to not. Okay, this isn't going to work out, guys. It's going to change now. So straight away, that's wrong. And it's nothing to do with how I've done it, because I've only just from here started this round. So let's go back. Let's go back. Oh my goodness, what's happening here? It's weird. Okay, let's go and do this how I would normally do a granny square and see if that works up better, because, you know, this is totally alien and horrible to, you know, the horror. I just can't kind of get my head around it. So here we have my stack. I'm going to do my stack to get me up to the height of a UK treble or US double crochet, and I've got to try not to get my hook in the tail. And now I'm going to do 2 more stitches. If you want to know how I do my granny squares, I'll put a link at the end to my granny square that I did with no turning chain, no turning your work. So we've got that nasty bit of colour that's where it shouldn't be. Okay, now obviously this might, I don't know if this was the right length of you know, yarn at the beginning, or if it was short or what, but it didn't work out with the amount of stitches they wanted to put in there. It was nowhere near right. So how many have got? 1, 2, 3. I'm on my last cluster. It's quite tight in there, I have to say, but it's okay. We can get it in, but it's very stiff and sturdy. Okay, so I'm all the way round, and to make it into a square, no chaining for me, I'm going to do that. So now I'm going to slip stitch. Well, I am kind of. And I can start my stack by going into the hole and doing half of a corner. Now, if this changes halfway round, we've hit the same snag, but it might give me a whole round with this colour. I'm not keen on their pattern, in case you didn't realise. I think it's horrible. Certainly wouldn't do it that way ever. Right, just pull my yarn round. Although, you know, it is quite a lot of stitches to get into my, but it does work out, so that's fine. I've got a feeling it's not going to get round either. We'll see. But I can see that colour change moving along the yarn. No. So that did not work out. In doing it their way or mine, we got to the same spot roughly, there's my half a corner before this changed. And I use an awful lot less yarn doing it my way than they use doing it theirs. So straight away, that does not work out. Shall we carry on? We'll carry on and see what happens. But, you know, whatever way you look at it, if we are... Let me see that picture. So it should have changed colour straight away after that 4. So I've got to cut it off, haven't I? What's the difference? What is the difference? I don't understand how that can be a difference. What we can do is keep going round. I think I should have pulled that through there. So if we do keep going round, it will change in the wrong places. I did think when I first heard of this yarn that there's no way it can work out for everybody. You know, and the people that it works out for have to be a minority, surely. Because it depends so much upon tension. Oh, got that horrible bit of yarn. It depends upon a great deal. And everybody's granny. Some people change direction. Some people do chains between the segments, and some people do 2 chains. But yeah, see, there we go. We've got half. Half of that is in the wrong colour. But all of this here, according to this illustration, I shouldn't have. And it's not designed to be a centre pull, surely. Where's that yarn? Maybe it is. Maybe it's designed to be centre pull. Okay. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to pause it while I undo this, and we're going to try it from the centre. Okay. So, here we go. It's quite a stiff pull, I have to say. And, you know, I cannot imagine... How much tail are you meant to leave? I cannot imagine this working out any better, but we will give it the benefit of the doubt. And I still don't really want to do it their way. But the only way it should work out is doing it their way. I'm going to do a stack, whatever way you look at it. I can't do 3. It's too tall. Okay. Maybe then we'll do some extra chaining. Won't make a great deal of difference. I'll get fibres up my nose as well from this yarn. Hang on a moment, let's pull some out. Well, that's changed colour. Okay, so we will do the chaining. I think I must use more doing the stack than I would doing 2 chains, so that's probably worked out quite well. Oops. Oh dear, this is a bit tight, but it did say 4 chains, so it's not like I've done it less. Pull it over. There we are. I mean, I've done 1, 2, 3. This is my 4th. So we go back to doing the amount of chain that they wanted. And it's actually working out. Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3. Or is it slip stitch? Wow. 8 words. Okay, we've changed colour. That worked. Gobsmacked. Right. Sorry, Joan, just bashed my lovely assistant. Didn't mean to. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, I wanted it 6, didn't it? Because it wanted me to do... I'm not... Shall I? Shall I? Let's do it. 1. No. No, we won't. It's the same amount of stitches, so... You know... I'm sorry. But it'd be ugly. 1, 2, 3. That's bad enough. And we'll see. Same amount of stitches should make no difference. And it wanted 1 in between. It's very holy. But at least we have a colour change where a colour change should be. Oh, keeps pulling out. 3. I feel like an amateur making my granny squares this way. This doesn't seem right with this big loop. Oh man, it's giving me itchy nose, I know that. Right, well, will it work all the way around to see that colour change pull out? Did I do a chain? No, I didn't. I don't think we're going to get all the way around this time. Oh, ye of little faith. Let's see, shall we? Does help to. And I don't have loose tension. In fact, I have quite snug tension. I still don't see it working out, but I have to get the chain. I didn't think it would the first round. Goodness. It's not going to this time. I don't think. It's going to be just short. Which probably wouldn't happen if they weren't doing it this way and I didn't have that slip stitching. That has taken a bit of yarn, that slip stitching. We're getting there. There we are. That slip stitching has made that not work out. If I did it my way, that would have worked out. That there is just that beginning of the tail. Would snip it off. But that would work out if they didn't want me to finish over here and slip stitch along, because that is what it says to do on this instruction. There would be this amount of yarn left to finish that off. So if I undo this and do it my way, that should work out. So what do you think of this yarn? I mean, I won't carry on. We're already 23 minutes in. But what's your verdict on this yarn? Is it something you'd like to see in the UK, if you live in the UK? If you're in the US and you've used it, what do you think of it? I'm covering that up so it doesn't go a bit crazy on my phone. What do you think of the free pattern for a start? It's just, to me, it's kind of a bit not shaped or anything. It's a bit ick. But I don't know. I'm going to undo this and I am going to do it my way and see if it works out. And I will put pictures on the thumbnail so that you can see. But the parameters that I've used are dead right. I've used a 5.5mm crochet hook. I'll use just a little bit of a smidge of a smaller. I did use quite a small tail anyway, so. But I will do it so that it finishes in the centre and I don't have that slip stitching to do, which is how I do my granny squares. They're seamless. I don't like that slip stitching anyway. So I'm going to undo this then. I'll carry on a little while and I'll do the picture and then I will do mine and I'll do them side by side. Okay, thank you for watching. What do you think of this? Do you like the idea? Or do you think there's too much that can be different in terms of how we crochet? tension wise. Anyway, at least I sussed out that it should have been a centre pull. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye for now.